live? Hey, I got somebody, huh? Is that Waffle Jr.? How you doing, buddy? How's your evening? Three people, one like. How's everybody doing tonight? That's good, man. Glad to hear it. Raining where you're at? Miserable day here. Cold and rainy. Needed rain and my well was getting dry. I was starting to worry about the well. Ran a bath the other day, it was brown. Hopefully we get a good couple of days rain, straighten everything out. So what's everybody doing? Anybody get a new gun? Anything going on? New cars, new gun, new wife? Something going on. What's everybody up to? I should have put my videos playing on my TV before. Not really anything going on, huh? It's kind of a boring day. What is this? Wednesday? Thursday? Yeah, I lost track. Might be Friday, huh? When you get old, every day just runs together. One's just the same as the next. Thursday. Uh-oh. That's garbage night. I'm about to put my garbage out. I've been sick the last few months. I don't know, one day from the other. I woke up, it was October. I was like, what happened to September? I never seen a month go so fast in my life. Usually every September I have one major thing go wrong, but nothing happened. Yeah, it's Friday. Oh, it's Friday? Okay. No garbage day then, huh? Boy, you ain't a kidding, huh? Not too bad, buddy. I'm not doing too bad. I got a kind of good report at the doctor, but today's Thursday? Hmm. Oh, well. When you get my age, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're all the same. You start with having nothing to do on Monday, and then it continues on until the next Monday. I was going to go in my room and set, but with all them guns, you can't really tell one gun from the other. Tuesday. Tuesday. Today's Tuesday? That can't be Tuesday, is it? I thought I had a doctor's appointment Tuesday and already went. Yes. It could be. I don't know. It is? Okay. That shows you get sick and lose a couple of days real fast. Uh, the brass ones are nice, but those cheap 22 levers with that tin cover over the receiver, they had a lot of trouble with them. I don't think I'd ever buy one of them, but like the Golden Boys and all the bigger Henry rifles with the gold receivers and that, they're good guns. Oh, that's just what happens when you have your Roku on and you don't have nothing on it. That's just a picture that goes across the screen while it's waiting for you to pick something. Yep, that's it. Roku background. I should have. I wasn't thinking. I should have, and I don't know how to do it now. I should have hit and put my gun sight on the TV playing. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having sort of a hell of a time losing subscribers. Nobody's seeing my videos. Yeah, it does. It does. I leave it on. My wife always says, turn that off. But I don't know. I kind of like watching it. She came out the other night. I was awake. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. The Roku had shut down and that was on. And I was sitting there watching it. I didn't even notice it shut off. I was so deep in thought, I didn't even notice. I thought I was going to die. I was scared to death. You lose almost 50 pounds in 2 months and you're sleeping constantly, you're scared to death. I'm in Pennsylvania, 40 miles west of Pittsburgh along the Ohio River, Beaver County, almost on the Ohio line. Industry, Pennsylvania. Hey, how you doing, buddy? That's Kane. Is it Kane? I uh I need new glasses. I see that now. I bent over the other day with my cheaters on and they fell off and got crushed. Yeah, I ain't been doing too much. I done a little bit of gun trading. I traded a AR upper for two brand new Anderson lowers, which I thought was a good deal because you don't need no FFL to get an upper. And hell, they charge $35 a piece for them now. But I did have $400 in that upper. Yeah, that was a good deal. A buddy of mine who also builds guns was after one of my uppers. He wanted an upper, and I said, "Well, I got an extra upper." He says, "I'll trade you two lowers." I couldn't say no. Two lowers will cost you 400, almost $500 time you get them home. I think I had almost $400 in that upper. I don't know how many of you guys deal in ARs, but I always get a better bolt and a chrome line barrel and the mid-length gas system and the heavy contour barrel. I hate those little factory, what do they call it, A2 barrel contour. They just look too thin. Any of you guys got ARs or what are you in? What you guys shooting? Yeah, they do. They look like they get hot, huh? I'd be afraid I shoot too much in bend. A short upper. How short is it? They're like Barbie dolls. And they are like Barbie dolls. You can dress them up so many different ways, you know? I just picked up one. Let me walk over here and show you. Guy called me, said he had a tenant in one of his rental properties. Had a couple kids, couldn't pay the rent. Had this gun he wanted to trade him. Never been fired. But look at this name. Windham Weaponry. Never heard of it in my life. But all them specs sound good. Lifetime warranty, transferable to any future owner. A team dedicated to quality customer service and service with what they sell. Actual chrome lined barrel, which that's what I always buy. Chrome moly. What's that? Air gouge. I'm not sure what that means. Expensive gunsmiths for all services and repairs. All parts made in the USA. I looked at and look at it. Come with a mag, got a range safety, a sling. The book tells you all the parts you can buy with it, along with it, you know, things like that. I don't know why it didn't come with the handle. I have one to put on it, but I got a guy who wants to trade me a Hungarian AK. What's that one that ain't a 47? AK, what is it? AK 63 or AK 57? It looks like an AK, but it's got a longer barrel and the stock's open, sort of hollow in the middle. And it's got a 36. Okay, yeah, that's it. Is that the one with the milled receiver? Instead of a bent one or stamped one or whatever what they actually call it? Hey, buddy, sorry, I almost stepped on you. As you can see, I'm sleeping in my dining room now. I'm not allowed to lay down. Yeah, that's a nice piece. If I can trade it for that Hungarian AR or AK I am, I looked online. These sell for $1,200 new, these Windhams. A used one goes for around $7, but that one's never been fired. And that's the original case they send it to you in. I told that guy I'd trade him. If he comes up with that AK, this is going to be his. Is that... Shit, I forget what you said. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. My subscribers are dropping like crazy. I can't figure it out. Almost 2 years, what, over 550 videos. I lose more subscribers than I get. I was up to 717, and then I'm back down to 215, back up to 217, up and down like a yo-yo. I was doing some research while I was here sick. I couldn't figure. I was getting over 14,000 views a week. And then all of a sudden, boy, am I shaking. All of a sudden it dropped down. I got 100 and some in a week from 1,400. $716 now. Yeah, I don't, geez, I lost track there. I'm trying to read and talk. That's kind of hard to do. That's why I don't do too many of these lives. I was surprised how long the delay time is. I wish that guy wouldn't have brought me this. Ended up costing me $500. I didn't really need another AR. Let's see, one there. And geez, let's see how many we can find here today, huh? Yeah, let's see, we got kind of dark in here. See if I can get it where we can see. There's 9 of them on that rack, which are black or hard to see. I got that's a 223 and a 556 in a regular military looking. I got a 300 blackout, 762 by 39. Tail was my other one. 556, 223, 458 Soakum. Well, you're not allowed to touch a gun in a video, in a live. Better not do it. Now we gotta get downstairs. I think I got a couple down there too. I don't think you can ever have too many guns, huh? Yeah, I don't mind my mess. Like I say, I ain't been down here a while being sick. This is one of them lowers I got yesterday. I put it on this 762 by 39 upper. The other one's new here in this box. It's identical to that one. Then I got 2 uppers, 2 lowers, and 2 mags there that are identical to this gun right here. Those are 14 or 16-inch barrels, 12-inch handguards, mid-length gas system, chrome line barrel. Open up here. That's not a chrome moly bolt. That's not a chrome moly bolt. I can't exactly remember. What is it? Chrome borax or something? Nickel borax. There's another one there. So that's what, 9, 10, 11 and a half, 12, 13 and a half, 14 and a half. 16 and a half. Those are actually my nephew's. He leaves them here. He comes here to shoot them. This is the first one that I ever bought. This one right here. If you look at the writing on the receiver, that's the old style before they said multi-caliber on them. I bought that 10 years ago, 8 years ago. I sold that gun to my niece, and her and her boyfriend got in a fight, and the police took that gun. 5 years later, they called my nephew and said, we can't give this gun back to your sister, but she said we can give it to you if you want it. So he said, yeah, and he went to the police station, and they give him that AR plus one of those, I think they call them, what is it, a Millennium? Them little pistols, a Millennium, 9mm. All he had to do was go sign his name, they give him to him. And what surprised me, that AR in there was still in my name. I was surprised I wasn't contacted. Yeah, what is that, a Millennium, huh? Gen 2, I think they're what, into Gen 4s now, I believe. I know I've seen a Gen 3, but I think I've seen a Gen 4 too. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't planning on going live, but The wife went shopping. I'm sitting here by myself. Few Zippo lighters. Don't ask me how I get into collecting so much shit. Stuff seemed to always follow me my whole life. Did you ever know a person that never wanted to collect nothing but has all kind of shit? That's sort of me. I used to buy and sell these toys on eBay. When I closed my store, I just took my inventory and put them on the shelf, you know? I sold gun parts, toys, knives, about anything you could. That's how I got so many Mossberg 500s. I was buying them, tearing them apart, and selling all the parts but the receiver on eBay. I could buy a $200 shotgun and make $400 or $500 out of it, depending on the barrel and the configuration and that, you know. Them's the only ones that aren't Zippo right there. I just like them old cigarette advertisements. The rest of them are Zippo. I bought out a hardware store back in '99, and it had a smoke shop in it. Those were in the smoke shop. I'm also in the CBs. I used to be years ago. I don't know if we got any CBers in here or not, or anybody ever messed with CB radios, but as you can see, I've got enough CBs to last somebody the rest of their life twice. Those are all power boosters that you put on a mobile CB to give you more power. 175 water, 225s. The one on top's 100. 200 on the bottom up along my buddy that passed. What's this one say? 150. These silver streaks, those were in all my work trucks. Those are 150s. Those aren't kickers, those are receivers. You'd be surprised you hardly hear somebody. You flick that baby on. If they're giving you a 2-pound signal, you flick that on, they're giving you about an 8 or 9-pound signal. Pretty handy device. I used to have a CB room above my garage with all my CBs in it, and I had beam antennas and all that, but the wind took my antenna a couple years ago. I got hurt in 2000. I couldn't get up the steps to get in there. I didn't go in there for 10 years. When I opened the door, everything was all dusty and dirty, and those are gauges for testing your radios. Your power, your SWR, your what the hell, power, modulation, that's the other one. They tell you your modulation. And like over there, that's all them big Astatic D104 power mics. I don't know if anybody ever messed with any of them or not. I used to sell CB stuff. Everything you see that I'm into, I bought and sold. That's how I paid for it. You know, I was too cheap to pay for it myself, so I bought and sold to all my friends and then got my stuff for that, for doing that, you know. That gold mic right there, that's about an $800 microphone. Got a diamond in the back of it. It's the 50th anniversary Diamond Eagle model. And then there's Golden Eagles, that black one's a Night Eagle. They all got different names and that. It was fun while it lasted. I had the whole town talking on them. I was getting everybody talking on them and installing them for them and buying them and selling them, and had a great time. I'd work here on the township I had them in the township trucks too. I'd be along the road working. I'd get talking on the radio. I'd sit there talking on the radio all day. The guys in town that I hooked up radios for would take their microphones to work with them because they didn't want me talking to their wives all day while they were at work. So all them women was calling me, want me to sell them another microphone so they could talk when their husbands weren't home. Which I give a lot of them extra mics. I got drawers full of microphones. My whole garage is full of CB junk. I lived a life of excess. If I get into something, I went crazy. Once I started, I was buying, selling, trading. That way you get more stuff. If you just buy the gun you want, you never get to play with a lot of guns. If you buy them and sell them, you get to play with a lot of them. Hey, Sam, how you doing, buddy? I'm just thinking of you today. Been a while since I talked to you. How's everything going down there in Tennessee? How's old Buck? I ain't seen him lately. For some reason, it ain't notifying me on anybody's videos. Old man thoughts and opinions, the only ones I ever get. And he's on there 3-4 times a day. But there's so many people asking questions, he's not really talking to you. He's just saying yes, no, and things like that. You can't really carry on a conversation. He likes them trolls. He likes to mess with them trolls, you know. To me, I don't know. That ain't no fun to me to sit there and argue with people, you know. Oh, you can do that at home. You don't have to get online. Boy, I'm sure glad I can eat and drink again. I went since April not being able to drink or eat anything. Oodles and noodles. I've ate so many packs of oodles and noodles, I don't even want to look at them anymore. You left your AR outside, you're rusty. Warren over in and didn't get all the black. Alright, I uploaded a picture. Oh, I'll check that out. What the hell rusted? Your AK, most of them's aluminum. Or AR, most of them's aluminum. Heard you say AK? AK, yeah, that would rust. Yeah, I guess that is an AK, but yeah, I don't think the bluing on them is really that heavy anyway, is it? I had a guy one time pick one of mine up, and I could not get that thing to stop rusting after he touched it. Probably everybody knows somebody that if they touch your gun, it rusts. Some people just have so much salt in their hand that if they touch a gun, it's going to rust. We were shooting trap up at my, that's why I thought it was garbage day. We were shooting trap up at my trap range. I let a guy shoot my 1120 gauge. And damn if he didn't grab it right by the receiver when he picked it up. That night I cleaned it when we come home from shooting. But now, every month or so, I gotta pick it up and give it a good cleaner or that handprint will come back. That dog, he always wonders, who in the hell is that guy talking to? I made a video this morning bitching about something. He barked the whole time. He probably was thinking, who the hell are you bitching at me? I'm not. Oh, the J-Dog on here. I ain't seen him in a while. Where's he been? Oh, hey, how you doing, J-Dog? I didn't see you there. Tried to watch one of your videos the other day and it wouldn't let me in. Yeah, once you paint it, you don't know what color you want. Once you paint it, you're kind of stuck. Can you get that stuff back off if you paint them with that Cerakoting or Duracoat or whatever? I don't think that stuff comes back off, does it? I never tried. I never painted one. I never did one. I blued them and I painted them. I got one I used that rubberized paintable undercoating for cars. It dries on there hard, but it's flexible and it won't chip off. Worked out real nice. I put it on an old beat up shotgun, made it look pretty good. Well, you know better. You ate all your treats. You did. Hoppy's 9. I can't, that Hoppy's 9 makes me sicker than a dog. If somebody opens that up and I get a whiff, I get a headache like somebody stabbed me in the head with a knife. I can't have it in the house. I know it's been around for years and everybody loves it, but well, you bake it on in an oven. Yeah, you'd have to sandblast it back off, huh? Well, if you just did your furniture, it wouldn't be that bad. You could just change your handguard and your stocking in it. Yeah, I've got a few I spray painted. One, camouflage and then wiped them back off again. My brother-in-law buys these beautiful guns. He's one of them guys, he can't buy a cheap gun, he's got to have an expensive one. Then he brings it home and paints it. I built him $1,000 contender, 30-30. First we built it as a pistol and he couldn't hit anything with it because he was scared of it. Then I converted it over to a 30-30 16-inch barrel. And then he could hit with it, but boy, did that sucker kick. I could not believe how hard that gun kicked. I built it for him in pistol form, and we used Gen 2, which actually is a better receiver. 12-inch barrel pistol, pistol grips. And I shot it one time before him. And man, when I shot it, come up, missed my head and went right by my ear. I didn't have a good grip on it. I never thought it'd kick that hard. When he seen that scared him. And he couldn't hit nothing with that gun. He took it home, took it to his range, couldn't hit nothing, come back, telling me, I said, I can't hit nothing with this gun. Something's wrong with it. I pick it up. I didn't have no target set up, but we were downstairs underneath that roof I'm showing you there at my target, shooting at these targets and bottles over there. Well, there wasn't no bottles on that target to the right, which is right here. And there's another one higher up on the hill. But there was a bunch of broken clay pigeons laying around on the hillside where we were shooting before. I took that 30-30 single shot pistol and I started breaking them little pieces of clay pigeon. I was hitting them all. He couldn't hit a one of them. And I knew the first time he shot that gun when it kicked him that hard and he jumped that he was going to be afraid of it, It's a long looking barrel on that gun, isn't it? Don't mind my mess. Like I say, I just woke up from April. I've been sick since April. Yeah, I guess it's only 16-inch. I don't know, did anybody ever shoot an AR with a longer barrel? All mine are 16 inches. I would imagine probably a longer barrel would make you more accurate, but they're pretty accurate anyway, Where are we at? Let's see, we got 3 people. J-Dog, you been doing lives? Hey, buddy, how you doing there, J.A.? J.A. 100 Plus. I always wonder what your first name was. Can't remember if you ever told me. Man, my wife won't give me that t-shirt back you sent me. She sleeps in it every night. She says that's hers. That's pretty wild, isn't it? Look at that belt. It's dry rotted. Somebody took some time building that, huh? I was going to put that with my black powder 36 caliber with a, I just had a stock or a holster here the other day. What the hell did I do with it? I had one of them Mexican looking holsters I was going to put on this belt and put that 36 caliber black powder in it. But when I put it on, the end broke off. I was like, shit. I don't know if I could sew that to another belt and still use it. I was watching Married with Children the other day, and old Kelly Bundy had one on, looked just like that. I thought, man, I wish that was the one. It'd be worth some money. Yeah, it's been a miserable day. I didn't have nothing to do, luckily. Pipeline company cut the pipeline the other day. Look, they left a whole spool of trimming wire. Shitty day out. But we need the rain. Like I say, my well was brown. M223 Wild shoot good, but you can only use certain ammo. But I was building Wilds for a long time, and then ammo, when they had that ammo shortage a couple of years ago, nobody could get brass casings. And that's all you can shoot in a 220 or 223 Wild. You can't shoot steel casings, they'll rip the rim off and stick in the chamber. What, you want outside? You want to go outside? Come here, buddy. He hounds me to death wanting in and out. What would you do without a dog, guy? Huh? Where's my kiss? What would a man do without his best friend, huh? Hurry up, it's wet. He's been trying to make friends with a stray cat out there for about 6 months. I went out there the other day. They were both laying down about a foot apart. So he's working his way up closer. He's looking for her. I couldn't figure out what was the matter. I'd look out one time, and he's sitting there with the cat. I look out another time, and he's trying to kill the cat. Here I looked out one day, and there was 2 orange cats, identical. And they were getting ready to fight. They were right in each other's face, all puffed up, ready to fight. And I'm like, that's why sometimes he's nice and sometimes he's not. There's 2 cats out there. But I haven't seen that one for a while. Hey, Sophie! Kitty, come on. Where's she at, Miles? Where's she at? Huh? Where's Sophie? Up there? Oh, yeah, there she is. Look, right at the top of them steps, right ahead of me. Right. Up there she went, ran up the road. What J-Dog do, Sam? He closed his site down to where you got to be a member or a paid member or something. I couldn't get on there to talk to him the other day. It said something like closed site or private site or something like that. Well, I guess you can, collect money and then only let them people see what you're posting? Is that how it works? That sort of take the fun out of it, wouldn't it? Yeah, I went up day before yesterday and they checked my throat out, said I was all right. Everything is, oh, it's all supposed to settle away everything? What, is there times that you do sponsored shows where not everybody can see it? Or, I don't know. I'd seen you were having a live and I hit on it and it come up across the front and said that I couldn't see it. And I don't know why I don't get none of your notifications anymore. I checked. I'm still a member. You know, I'm still subscribed to you, but I don't get no notifications on nothing. I don't know why. Like I say, since I changed my name from just my name, always after that cat. Look. When I went from John Flame to John's Arsenal, it died. Oh, unsub. I did unsub and resub to everybody. And then after that, I went back on one day. You know how you have that little arrow thing at the bottom there that you click to see your members? I didn't have any. And I only held all my members go. I was getting up every morning and giving 50 people a like. All of a sudden one morning I didn't have 50 people. And you know, you don't ever do member lives. You learn to read faster. But that's all. YouTube don't push notifications. That's true, huh? Like I say, I went from 14,000 views a week to 100. To 100. I couldn't believe it. I am so disgusted. I was mad today. I was posting all kind of goofy shit. I was trying to get kicked off. I said a couple times I was going to quit, but that's hard to do. You get kind of addicted to it. I figure I get him to kick me off for being a dick. I can't post. I have to quit. I think it was, say hello to my mother. Like I say, I was getting discouraged. I thought, I'll make them kick me off. I won't have to worry about it. So I went on there this morning and picked on all them Democrats and called a few of them some names and that, but nothing happened yet. And then that damn healing horses guy from Canada, helping horses heal. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched him or not. He's like an old cowboy. I don't know how old he is, 50, 60, I don't know. Cowboy, he might be 20 and look 60, but Jimmy Fallon stole one of his videos and modified it to make it look like he was on the left instead of, he's in Canada, he ain't on nothing. So he went off on Jimmy Kimmel and I thought, yeah, okay, that's good. But then he started going off on everybody. Right, left, Trump, everybody. I'm like, man, I got friends in Canada. I don't pick on people. J.A. Plus there, he's from Canada. We get along fine. Why should I criticize Canada and why should he criticize America? We're not on here to talk politics. We're on here to talk guns and stuff, you know? I have to plug my charger in. I think my battery's going bad in this unit. I guess they can put new batteries in these iPads if you take them somewhere, huh? If you didn't get my watch hour 4 months ago, when I did, I wouldn't be monetized now. If I didn't Oh, your watch hours. How many hours you got to have on live? You do, buddy. You're a hell of a guy. J.A. Hunter. I uh, I watched some of your videos the other day. I hit you some likes. I don't get no notifications. I was like, I wonder where he went. And there's another guy in Canada, not a Centurion or something like that. And that guy knows everything about guns. Well, you're up to 4K. You got 4,000 viewers already, J-Dog. Of course, you do a lot of lives. I was watching your lives damn near every night there, and then all of a sudden, stopped getting notifications. You coming in? You coming in? All right. You're going to get all wet. I got your towel here. Good. Yeah, like I say, I hit on you that one time, and it wouldn't let me watch it. And then I never seen no more notifications. I even got a Bic out and filled, or Zippo out and filled it full of lighter fluid. And was flicking it for when I caught your next live. I think they're purposely not showing them gun things. How could I post a short and in 2 days have like 10 viewers? When before in 2 hours I'd have 2,000. YouTube does suck. I seen, who did I see doing a commercial the other day? They just got a sponsor and they was talking. Do you collect any money, J-Dog? Have you gotten any money yet? I wondered about that. You had a lot of followers and that, and was I know you had to have all your live hours in. You was on there all the time. Hey, grilled cheese mouth, how you doing, buddy? I just figured I'd jump in here and try this live on. My iPad messed up the other day, said I didn't have no storage. How the hell with that? I had to erase all my videos to get it to where I could use it again. I was gonna make like a certain night I come on live every once in a while and have a better setup. But like I said, I got mad and I thought I was gonna quit. It's like a habit. It's hard to quit once you start. My wife's sick with cancer. She sleeps 20 hours a day, and I can't go nowhere. I can't hardly go out in the garage. I was out in the garage one day. I came in the house to get something. She's laying on the bathroom floor. She got up by herself to go to the bathroom, and I guess fell getting up off the toilet. Couldn't get back up. I come in the house. She's crawling out of the bathroom. I was like, shit, now I'm afraid to go out in the garage. Are you advertising stuff, Sam? Was it you I seen advertising something? Mag dumps got you kicked off. Geez, I was going to buy me a 100 round snag or snail drum and a 4-inch upper and see how many rounds I could put through it before it melted. I met this guy that has that, what is it, class 3 or whatever, and owns full auto. If you look in my video, there's some guys shooting it. Damn, I gotta learn to read faster. Okay, J Dog, or J Plus. Man, thanks for stopping in. I was glad I got a chance to say hello, man. I liked your video when you were shooting that Enfield and that. Well, hey, you have a good time. Don't work too hard. I'll catch you on the next one. Man, I gotta learn to read it. They ought to make him bigger. They ought to make him comments bigger for us old people. What was that last one? Okay, Sam. I'll catch you later on, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. That's crazy. Who would ever thought that you could one day stand in your house and talk to people all over the world? I don't even have a cell phone. I don't even know how to use a cell phone. I said I'd never have a computer, but here I am. See you later, too. Oh, you're saying goodbye to Sam. I see. Did you get your tractor straightened around there, Cheese Boss? Or grilled cheese? I know your name, but I can't remember it. I heard somebody say it the other day. You been shooting buck lately, or what you been up to, Sam? I haven't seen none of your videos either. You been posting? I don't get no comments from you. Yeah. Oh, it seems okay now. That's funny. It was blowing all them seals, huh? I still haven't got that other clutch in that one of mine. I got the one fixed, but not the other. I was gonna sell them both and go buy a brand new one, but I just can't justify it. What good's a new tractor if you can't get out of bed and run the damn thing? I have trouble when it floods. My pipes all clog up. I was going to get a what are them, 4.5 inch upper. Stick that 100 rounds snail mag in it. I got about 15, 30 round mags and about 10, 20 round mags. I was going to fill them all. Wait till about dark, have my buddy bring that full auto down and put my upper on it and go out there and burn the barrel up. What year is that tractor? Hell, it looked fairly new, but what was that, Mitsubishi, wasn't it? I bought mine, first one. It was crazy. I went and looked at it in 1991, and it was a 92. And I had to wait for him to get the loader and stuff. When I got it home and I needed a part and ran the serial number, here it was a 1999 or 2000. Here they sold the one I was looking at to buy, and they found one in a warehouse somewhere a couple of years old and bought it and sold it to me like it was new. But I can't complain. The tractor's made me so much money. I was in the right place at the right time when this storage come through where I lived. They had this list in the borough building on the wall, or in the bulletin board. Oh, fuck, I missed my chair. Of contractors that you could hire to hook up your storage. Oh, it's been painted. So they had this list of contractors that you could notify for estimates. Now I'm working for the borough, or township, it's actually a borough. I took their backhoe. I hooked up the police station, the post office, the community building or council building, water authority, a second fire hall. I did 6 hookups for the borough. So I seen that list. I put my name on it. They said, you're not qualified to be on that list. I said, well, you better get somebody come in and undo all your 6 drains I did for you if I'm not qualified. So they left my name on there. And I'm allegedly saying this, but I did over 100 sewer drains in one summer. You had 1 year. Everybody had 1 year to get hooked to this sewage. I went around. I didn't have a backhoe or nothing. I went around, talked to everybody. I knew everybody in town. I've lived here 70 years. But I started talking to people, and they started showing me their estimates. $12,000, $13,000. I'm looking at all these houses. They're all the same distance from the road. The sewerage all comes out the back, got to run around the front of the house to the street. It's not even 50 feet of pipe. So I told everybody, show me your estimate and I'll cut it in half. I'll do it for half of whatever your estimate is from this one guy, because I knew he'd give high estimates. I made at least, the phone keeps going in and out, and much love you. But anyway, I did over 100 sewer drains in 1 year, allegedly, and made over $6,000 profit on each one. I set a standard at $6,500, no lower. And it was costing me $500 for material and labor. My labor would help me put it in. I was doing 10 of them a week. I went on a Friday night and collected $6,000 10 times. Went over across the river, and Christ, I bought the whole gun shop up. I went in, the guy was mad because I had dirt on my boots. I let him complain to me a little bit. I said, what do you want for this gun? What do you want for that gun? I picked out a couple on the shelf, and he was being real nasty with me. So I just said, I'll take them. He said, which one? I said, all of them. I bought he had like 13, 14 rifles on his rack. I bought every one of them. Boy, every time I walked in after that, he was nice as hell. Okay, Sam, I'll catch you later, buddy. I see you're having trouble with your phone. Yeah, hell, it was a Friday night. I had $60,200 in my pocket, clear. You talk about a happy camper. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. All my trucks had brand new tires on them, new exhaust on them. I was taking them, having all kind of. I had 6 trucks on the road, and they all had brand new everything. They were old square body Chevys, but they all had new tires and everything. Best summer of my life. That was 1995 or no 1992. In 2000, I got hurt in a quad. September 28th was what, last week? That was 25 years ago. I about died on a quad. About lost everything I owned. I had thousands of dollars in the bank when I got hurt, but I couldn't work for years. Took all my money, you know. By 2010, I was broke. Had a hell of a time. Couldn't work. Didn't sell none of my guns though. I didn't get desperate enough to have to sell any of my firearms. I bought and sold, so I'm a dog treat. I bought and sold so I could keep the ones I had, but I didn't. Well, I probably bought some more too. But around here, there wasn't that many people buying guns. Once you got known as a gun buyer, people were calling you every day. I probably got 50 guns in there on layaway or hawk that people brought to me to hold because they needed money and never come back. Shitload of them. They'll never come back. It's been years, you know. I feel bad, but hey, I give them a chance. Old man like, well, that guy's on here constantly. Every time I turned on the computer or iPad today, he was on there. It's a wonder he ain't hoarse from all that talking. I know 4 times today he did lives that were a couple hours each. He likes to play with them what do they call them? Not scammers, but trolls. He plays with them trolls all the time, and to me, that's just. I want to talk about guns, not trolls, you know. They say they made these guns years ago, and then they quit, and then they started making them again. I haven't done any more research on that. I didn't want to fall in love with it. What the hell is that? Even a stock got their name on it. Even a mag got their name on it. I never seen a mag with a name on it. They must be good guns. I took the bolt out, and the chrome lining on that bolt carrier group is the biggest I ever seen in my life. It looks like they sprayed the whole front of the bolt instead of just the channel, you know? So it must be, I see a new one cost $1,400. I was surprised. A used one goes for $7. Now, I don't know what year this one is or anything, but it's never been fired. It's never had a sight on it. Ooh, I touched that gun and you're not supposed to. I'm sorry. I better shut up. Maybe nobody caught it, huh? Wow, 63 minutes. I still got 4 people. Yeah, I'm a terrible talker. What I've been noticing too, my short-term memory is terrible. I'll be talking to somebody about something and forget what the hell I was saying. Forget what we were talking about. I was taking them damn gummies for that stomach trouble. I didn't either there, Chief. I was taking them edible gummies to help my stomach, and it was. But now that I got it fixed, I stopped. And I think I'm going through withdrawal. Man, I was sweating today. I've been irritable. I was bitching at everybody. I was terrible. I was so mad I bitched at myself. And then poor robocall peoples. I get 40 of them a day because it's senior citizen enrollment time for your new health plans, you know? 41 calls a day. And then everybody calling me, they're trying to say they're my electric company. It's kind of scary. I got a call, they said they were my electric company, and somebody was messing with my electric bill. I told them they was full of shit, I didn't believe them. They said, go on your account and look. I said, I don't know my password. They sent me my password. I went on and looked, nothing looked wrong. So I said, okay, let me look and call me back. I hung up, called the electric company. It wasn't the electric company called me. How did they know my password? Yeah, no, I don't either. But I'm waiting on a call from the state. I imagine if you're waiting for a call from the Department of Transportation, it'd say PennDOT, huh? Look at these damn papers. This is on my antique truck. They denied my picture of the VIN plate. They denied all my pictures for a reconstructed title. And this title is all, or not reconstructed, but antique. But look, this title's already antique. Hey, antique. Why would I have to be proven that's an antique again? And then I got trying to find them pictures. Look at them two pictures. That's the back. That's one side. Look what they wrote on the bottom. No angle. They put an X by both of those two pictures. No angle. Now there ain't no big out of an angle. You can see that truck.
Call from Washington, PA.
Hello. Hello.
My name is Shane with Healthcare Solution. How are you today?
Terrible. How are you?
This is about your Medicare benefits. We're just going to go ahead and review your Medicare option just to make sure that you're not missing any benefits, along with your $170 cash back and your Flex card. Let me know how old are you?
Do they cover when you got a dick stuck up your ass? Will they cover a dick stuck up your ass?
Medicare Parts A and B.
Yeah, will they pay for a dick stuck up your ass?
All right, how old are you?
99. Fucking moron. I get 40 of them a day. Everybody been hanging up on me. They don't want to talk to me. Oh, and look at this one. This really pissed me off. One more. They denied my VIN number. They said that plate was not good enough to read. I called them the next day after I got this. I said, the VIN number's a 1955. It's 70 years old. They said, well, you can't read it good enough. I said, what do you want me to do? I can read everything on there. I said, I can't make a new VIN plate. That's the one for the truck. So they're supposed to call me back. I don't know. They wanted new pictures. And that wouldn't be no problem, except I ain't got no fenders no more. Them fenders were just for pictures, and then my brother-in-law sold them. I'd have to go to Tractor Supply, buy 4 fenders, paint them red, and set them on the tires to make it look like it had fenders. I called them up. I said, hey, I sent this all in. I didn't expect it to come back. I said, I got it at my buddy's garage. We got it all tore apart to paint it. How in the hell am I going to take more pictures of it? It's all tore apart. So they said they could probably go buy them pictures, and they're supposed to call and let me know. But why would you have to prove it was an antique when it already is? Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I hear everybody's having trouble. The idea isn't the register part that pisses me off. It's the fact it's already an antique. Why would I have to prove a 70-year-old truck's an antique when it's already got an antique title? My brother-in-law got that antiqued 15 years ago. Why would I have to re-antique it? That's ridiculous. But I heard, and see, he took the fenders off them to run open wheel class. Now they don't have an open wheel class in Pennsylvania. So no way can I send them pictures with no fenders. If they don't, they said they could go back on the old pictures that my brother-in-law used and maybe do it that way. But the pictures I sent were the pictures he sent. That's where I got them. My sister gave them to me with the truck. They were the pictures he used to get the title. I don't know what's going to happen. I said, well, hey, you either transfer it or send me all my money back and I'll just give it back to my sister. I told him my sister give it to me. I'll just drive it under their name. I got insurance on it. As long as I got insurance, it's illegal. You got to have insurance in Pennsylvania, you know. I was thinking today, all the things that we have today that I didn't have when I was young. When I got my driver's license, you didn't have to have insurance. You could if you wanted to, but it wasn't a law. I was flipping cars 50 years ago when I was 20 and 25 years old. Never heard of flipping. That terminology was never used.
You bought a car, you did a little bit of work to it, you sold it. Nobody ever said, hey, you're going to flip that. You flipped hamburgers and pancakes. You didn't flip cars, you know. It was all, and urine test. I remember when urine tested before they even was around. In the 70s, everybody I know smoked that. Everybody. In the mill, the foremans, everybody smoked it. What's wrong, bub? What are you doing? Oh, he's out there cat. Come on, quit pissing around. But I can remember when they started coming out with the urine test, and I said, I ain't never taken a urine test. I don't think I ever did. Well, I did for my doctor a couple times. Now, I got that damn medical card because when I was sick, but now I don't need it. But I give up my carry permit to get it. I can still own guns and buy guns, but you can't conceal carry them. I had to give that up after, I think I got that in 1974 or 5. So what's that? 50 years ago? I had a carry permit for 50 years, give it up to get that card, and now I'm not using the card. I think I might just say to hell with it and just keep on buying them gummies. They are relaxing. And they're sort of like a catch-22 there. You think you're buying like marijuana that will get you high, but it don't really. You eat it and go about your day, you feel relaxed and stuff, but you ain't got no buzz. You know, you're not like stoned or anything. Hell, I take one, I forget I took it. Go about my day just like usual. But when my stomach stopped bothering me, I didn't really have no good excuse to take them. So when I ran out, I just quit. It's been about a week and I don't know, my palms are sweaty. Like I say, I've been irritable. I've been doing that shit on the phone for 2 days. Hopefully maybe they'll quit calling me. And that, when you eat marijuana, it's a hell of a lot stronger than smoking it. Smoking it would never do nothing medical for you. You'd have to smoke a truckload. But when you eat it, you can feel the medicinal purposes of it, you know? And I'd be one to know, I'm no angel. I probably smoked a couple freighters full of marijuana in my day. I was talking to a guy the other day that 50 years ago used to be my dealer. He was laughing like hell. He said, I made so much money off of you. I said, yeah, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Most people were buying 8s and quarters. I was buying pounds. It was like the old days, you know, like when you traded a chicken to your doctor for helping you. I need help from somebody, I'd call them up. They'd come out and help me all day just to say hi. And then I'd stuff a bunch in their pocket before they left. Then they come out with the piss test, nobody could smoke it. I worked for myself, I didn't have to worry, but hell, all my friends had to quit, so I was alone, you know. So I just sort of like give it up. Oh, it didn't take effect that long. What state are you in? Jeez, I can't remember. I know you're in the United States. Was you in Michigan? I was surprised. I thought, 50 milligram gummy, I thought I'd be wasted, but I wasn't. Oh, 2 pieces of Wonder Bar. Just Wonder Bar, nothing in it. Hey, chocolate will give you a buzz. It's supposed to make you romantic, isn't it? I don't know. I was allergic to chocolate when I was a kid. Chocolate and milk. My mother was showing me a picture of me one time in my high check. I said, why'd you take that picture? Because I got cake all over my face. She said, that's not cake. You was allergic to milk and you was all broke out in a rash. I was raised on goat's milk. Maybe that's why I piss on my beard and act so weird. You ever have a goat that pissed on its beard? I had this crazy goat, I called him Lawn Boy. I have this real big bank on the side of the house here. I had a big long rope I used to tie him. He could run the whole bank, keep the weeds ate down. I called him Lawn Boy because he mowed the hill. But he would piss on his beard or face and then go crazy. Chase you all over the place. He wasn't big enough to hurt you, but he'd give you one hell of a fight when you grabbed his horns. My nephew came down to show me his new car. Bought a new Camaro back in, I don't know, this was in the 80s, late 80s or something. They had them Camaros that were, when the square looking ones first come out. Kind of like Kit, the car from Knight Rider. He had a brand new gray one just like that. We're looking at it and everything. The goat's down over the hill eating. We come in the house, you know. I go back out to get something. Everybody's in the house talking. That goat jumped up on the hood of that Camaro, rolled up in a circle right over top the air cleaner and went to sleep. It must have been warm right in that spot. I hurried up, run over and picked him up and set him off the car. He didn't seem to hurt nothing, but it was amazing he didn't scratch that brand new car up. He was sound asleep right in the middle of the hood. He got some kind of, started having these seizures on me. And he'd have small ones and then be okay. Then he had this one big one and I had to put him down. It was awful. It was in the middle of the winter. And this was back in the 80s. And I went out and I put him down. I couldn't dig a hole to get him in the ground. I had to end up, he got stiff overnight in his box. I had my buddy bring his tractor down and dig me a hole the next day. I'm trying to hide him from the kids. They were just little then. Goats are crazy. Did you ever see one piss on his head and go nuts? Yeah, they'll piss right on their head and then go crazy and do all kind of goofy shit. I forget what kind he was. He was like a light brown and white one. Small goat, but he was an ornery little thing. My kids could jump on his back, do whatever they wanted to that goat, and he wouldn't do nothing. But boy, an adult come around, and just certain people. I don't know if they smell people that, I don't know, just had sex or their wife's on their period or something. But a certain person would come around and that goat would go nuts. He'd put his nose up in the air and start sniffing, piss on his head, and then here he'd come, man. You'd have to look out. I don't know. They had to be smelling some kind of like menstrual period or something to go that crazy. When he passed, I never got another one. I was lucky. Probably lucky he never hurt nobody, you know. But he was good with kids. He just hated men. He loved women. He'd chase them around and try to stick his head between their legs all the time. He'd stick his nose in women's crotches, and you could see his belly swell up as he sniffed. He was like a pervert or something. Women would come to my house, they'd hurry up and run in because they didn't want him sniffing their snatch. They'd run right up to him and stick his nose right between their legs and take a big old sniff. I'd pat him and say, good boy, you know. Used to piss my wife off. Man, my wife's been sick for 6 years. The longest 6 years of my life. We'll be 52 years married here in 2 months. The last 6 years she's been sick. 20 hours a day or more sleeping. I got to do my own cooking, cleaning. My daughter does my laundry and gets our groceries. But I bought her a washer and dryer and give her a car to do it. So I hate asking her to do my laundry and stuff. I keep like 3 pair of pants, 2 pair of blue jeans. Hey, how you doing, Big O? I keep 3 pair of blue jeans. Dirty work ones. One's almost ready to wash. One's cleaner. If I'm going to the doctor or something, I put the clean ones on. If I'm just going to hang around the house, I put the middle ones on. If I'm going out to garage to work, I put the dirty ones on. When the dirty ones get so dirty I can't wear them no more, I throw them away and rotate a new pair in. I feel bad having my daughter do everything for me, you know. Bad enough she has to wash all my wife's clothes. And you know, when people are sick and got cancer, they got way more laundry than normal. You know, they have trouble holding their bladder and stuff, and you got things you got to clean, and it's terrible. It's terrible. All you married men, tonight when you go to bed, roll over and give your wife a big kiss. Tell her how much you love her. Because there's going to come a time that when you tell her that, she's not going to comprehend. And it'll break your heart. Do it now while you got the chance. My wife's, like I say, she's not home right now. When she is awake, she's not retarded or nothing. She's conscious and everything. But I think sometimes she thinks I'm her brother instead of her husband. I don't know. It's like some days she's okay, some days she's not. But then, like I said, you're afraid to go outside. I'm outside cutting the grass. I'm running back in the house checking on her. They say that disease I got is caused by worrying. Is one of the causes, they think. And I think that's how I got it. It's called anesthesia. I keep that shop back there. We got stink bugs like crazy around here in PA. I don't know if you can see in this clock. Look at all them stink bugs in the bottom of that clock. I just cleaned that thing 2 months ago. Which is a bitch to take apart and get them out of there, but I'm going to have to do it again. Stink bugs and ladybugs. We had an overpopulation of ladybugs, so they let go of these stink bugs to eat the ladybugs. I sucked up, I think my record's been 80-some stink bugs in a day. As soon as it gets warm, they come out of every crack in the house. If I pulled a board off of this wall, it'd probably be all stink bugs behind it. And they look dead. But if you throw them out where they'll get warm, they come alive. When I took the CB room apart, there was 1 million of them in there. And ladybugs. I hadn't seen ladybugs in years. I tore the wood off the walls out there. There was ladybugs everywhere. Next thing I know, my whole house is full of ladybugs. I must have brought some in on me or something. So now I see, there's a stink bug right there on the roof. If I turn on this light, here's how you'll see the damn stink bugs. Look at all them ladybugs in there. I cleaned that the same time I cleaned that clock. That's probably, what, a couple hundred of them little bastards? And they're not the ladybugs like we usually have. Same with the stink bugs. They're not like the regular American stink bugs. They're like Asian stink bugs or something. They're a different species. They drive me crazy. I took that vacuum cleaner out and emptied it. It was full of them. There must have been 1 million of them in there. And they don't stink. They don't. If you hit one and it stinks, you know you got a real ladybug. Them other ones don't have the smell. Geez, I've been bullshitting for 85 minutes already.
I'm surprised I still have people listening. I want to thank you guys. I've been feeling kind of low. Between me being sick and my wife being sick and my well messed up, my daughter's well messed up. Or not my well, my septic. Here with no rain, my leach bed leached into my well. I ran a bath, it was all sewer water. I ended up, I had a clean out sticking over the hill so I could open it up and clean the drain out straight to the house. I hooked onto it and ran 267 feet of pipe down to my trailer down the road and ran my septic into it. But it's all on top of the ground. It's going to freeze when winter gets here. I'm hoping we get some rain and everything that it'll flush my leach bed out and I'll get rid of that problem. But I had that septic tank open a couple years ago and had it cleaned out. That's what sucks about getting old. I redid everything in this house and it's all bad again. Since 1977, I've had 3 roofs on this house. I redid every room. I built on a room. I dug the whole yard out. I hauled a couple 1,000 tons of dirt out here and made everything bigger. Where my garage sets you didn't used to be there. Half of the buildings in the town next to me that they tore down is in my front yard. I was in cahoots with the guy that did the demolition. And I just had him haul out all the cement and stuff from there to here, and I shoved it over the hill and put dirt over it. Looks nice, but you don't dig a hole. You try to dig a hole, you dig up cement blocks, chunks of bricks, chunks of cement, chunks of asphalt. There sure as hell ain't no digging, but it hasn't settled any. I'm gonna plug in my battery here. I see my battery. Come on. This damn battery. Of course, this thing is a little over 2 years old. What's everybody got on their gun list? Anybody got anything new on their gun list? What the hell? I had something on there. I forget what it was. Oh, that's Savage or Henry Axe. Anybody seen one of those Henry Axes? It's like a mare's leg 410. I mean, they're impractical as hell, but they sure do look nice. Looks like it'd be fun if you SBR'd them. Well, let me see. That being a shotgun, it wouldn't be a short barrel rifle, would it? Be a short barrel pistol or a shotgun. Short barrel shotgun, I guess you'd call that, huh? Okay. I'm live here, so I'm gonna go in the other room.
Huh?
I'm live online, so I'm gonna go in the other room.
Oh, all right.
How'd it go?
Not too bad.
That's good.
That'll be good.
Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Love you, huh?
Love you too. I bought you more.
Did you pick up my honey?
I bought it for you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I
Love you.
owe you any money? Let me know.
I love you.
Love you too. That's my oldest daughter. 52, I think she is. That's hard to believe when you get kids that old, huh? She's 52, and I think my son's 51. I don't talk a whole lot about him. He was a victim of that. He was a victim of that opiate thing they had in the 90s, where they come out with those real strong pain pills. He wrecked our dune buggy and lost his spleen. They give him them damn Oxycontins. That was 1992. maybe 93. But he's been fighting drug addiction ever since. He's actually in prison right now, or else he's out in a halfway house. I don't know. September 2 years ago, he got arrested. I don't know what he did. He got 2 years, but I've never got a phone call or a letter from him. And to be honest with you, that's probably been the most peaceful 2 years of my life. Don't know what the hell I'm going to do when he gets out. Can't have a felon living around all these guns. You know? Now, he lives in my farmhouse up the road, but still, I mean, I got all these guns and I'm going to have a felon living next door. I don't think that's going to work. He lives in my old farmhouse up the road. I got it shut down right now. It's a damn mess, though. I haven't been in it for a year. I locked it up. I don't even go in it. Oop, I missed through that one. Put it in my...
Mom, the treat mouth. Looky there. Look at that.
Hey, how you doing there, Brookshire Farms? How you been? Big O, I ain't seen you in a long time. Where in the heck you been hiding? There's somebody else the other day I was thinking I haven't seen in a long time. Who the hell was it? Somebody that was on there all the time. So we're sort of in this little group of us that we all knew each other. Trying to think of who it was. Oh, not a sponsor. Not a sponsor, or not a sponsor to you, or something like that? What the hell happened to not a sponsors? Anybody know? I even looked for him and couldn't find him. Did he change his name, or did he quit, or what? He was posting there pretty regular. I think he was doing a lot of lives too, wasn't he? He was the guy that always lays the guns out on the table in front of him while he talked, I thought. I don't know. I thought somebody told me maybe he quit. I can see why. It's really hard to get anywhere on here. I still say I was doing good until I put the Arsenal instead of my last name. I haven't went anywhere since then. I was over 600 people when I did that, and I'm only 700 now, and that's been a year ago. I haven't got 100 people in a year. Well, I probably got 200, but then they, like I say, I gain 2, I lose 2. I gain 2, I lose 2. Oh, he quit for personal reasons. I wonder what happened. Was he sick or something? Now, he seemed like a pretty nice guy. Let's hope everything's all right with him, huh? I haven't met a bad person on here yet. I watch that Old Man, I keep forgetting, what is it, Old Man Opinion or something like that? Not sure. Yeah, he just was gone. That Old Man Opinion guy, he's on there constantly. I don't know, he just ain't got, I was on there today, I'm looking, he's out in the field, 200 yards from the camera working, and got the camera setting up watching him work. I thought, now there's devotion. Old Man Life 60. I think it's Old Man Life 50, ain't it? Ain't he 50? He's 57 years old, but I think it's Old Man Life 50, isn't it? Maybe it is 60, I don't know. You watch him live? Oh yeah, that's how you found me, huh? That's, I think, how you found me, Grilled Cheese. We was on, no, we might have been on J-Dog's site, huh? J-Dog, I got to thank you. I picked up a lot of guys off of your site while I was talking to you. It's funny how quick people come and go.
You know, I looked one day, I got 719 followers. I looked the next day, I got 715. I think I got 716 right now. J Dog Live. Oh, what's he doing a live right now? What's he got on his name after J Dog? Don't he have something on there after J Dog? Maybe that's why I couldn't find him. I type in J Dog, I get rap singers. I don't get him. You at work too? Boy, everybody's working, huh? I wish I could. You know, people wait all their life to retire, and you think you're going to have all this fun and do all these things, but you don't. Oh, you subbed from Jade. I knew I met you off one of those guys. Now, see, I ain't seen FV for a long time. What the hell? I seen him today for the first time in a couple of months, and you used your Husqvarna today. It was Old Man's Life 50, huh? Yeah, I had 2 of them Husqvarnas. My son borrowed them both, and I never got them back. They were one was 345, and the other one was bigger. But I can't pull them anyway. I can't even start a lawnmower anymore. Paul, who's Paul? Since 2000, when I crushed my rib cage, and they didn't put my bones back together. Job was too big for my electric. Yeah, when I first went back to work, I could start a chainsaw and stuff, but in the last couple of years, I can't pull it. I had a 345 and is there a 385? No, I don't think it was an XP series. They have that button, if you notice, they have a button, compression release button on the side of the cylinder. J-Dog, I don't know if you use that or not. You push that in, it'll pull easier. But trouble is, by the time I'd get it started, I couldn't pick it up and use it. I'd be wore out, you know. Same with the lawnmower. I bought me a 0-turn now, electric start. I can mow the whole lawn in 15 minutes, and my daughters too, and be back in the house. Those Husqvarnas are good saws. Yeah, the Rancher's like the farmer's model. They used to be called a Farmer years ago, and then they changed it to Pioneer or a Rancher. Yeah, 455. But I didn't have the Rancher. Mine wasn't the Rancher. It was the commercial one, I think. I've got an old Super XL. You remember the old Homelight Super XLs? I bought it in 1973. And I cut with it till I stopped using it in the 80s when I started using the Husqvarnas. $5 foot wide. That's a big one, huh? That'd be an old one, wouldn't it? $272 XP. Yeah, that's with a smaller chain, huh? Smaller tooth chain, huh? Oh, that's what he goes by there. That's his whole name. I'll have to copy that. Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy C. J Dog Pimp Daddy C. I'll have to remember that. That was your first big tree. I cut down a cherry tree one time so big the ground shook, knocked over my drink. We was drinking vodka and water. Well, we was drinking vodka and it was snow on the ground. We was scooping up the snow in our glass and then pouring vodka in. But we cut down this big cherry tree. When it hit the ground, I think even the car or the truck we had there shook. Tell me you set the trap up. Got it on. Yeah, this isn't really a good place to see anything, is it? I should have been more prepared. I wasn't going to go live, and then I just said hell with it. There's how I got my name on my channel. When my daughter was in 8th grade or something like that, she made me that sign, but look, she spelled arsenal wrong. It's Arsenal. What are you getting new electric put in? I bought one of those Makita chainsaws, battery operated. Takes two 18-volt batteries. I only used it a couple times, but it seems to work good. And no pulling. You just pull the trigger, charge the batteries. Now, I didn't cut down no great big trees or nothing, but I heated with wood from 1977 to 2000 probably. 2004 maybe. On my property, I'm in a valley, a hollow. I live in a hollow, so all my wood's uphill. And a little bit of rain or a little bit of snow, and I can't get up the hill. I had a buddy, an old World War II buddy that was my FFL. Right up the road, he had a big farm, and I'd cut up there. We got a Makita saw on the farm, and it ain't bad. Makita makes some. Yeah. I can't believe some of the Makita batteries. I got a cordless drill, Makita. You got the drill, and then you get that impact driver with it. I bought that 20 years ago, and I am still using that. And I can't remember when's the last time I charged that battery. And I mean, everything you see in this room, every shelf, every counter, anything that's got a screw in it was screwed with that gun. Anything you see around here was screwed with that gun. All this wood on my walls, all that wood in my basement, everything in my garage, everything in my farmhouse. And I took it to work with me. I used to install this rough lumber in people's houses. I must got 10,000 hours on that thing. Never had good luck with them. I had some Milwaukee tools, but I never had nothing battery operated. Oh, they're by Ryobi now. What are they? Both companies the same now? Yeah, same factory now. That's crazy, huh? The batteries interchanging. Oh, they're not USA anymore. Where'd they go? China. I ended up with the Makita because a buddy of mine
He worked at a mall here in the area. He was on the maintenance. And somebody left. They had the roof worked on, and the company left and forgot to take the tools with them. They left the box with the drill and the driver in it, 2 batteries and the charger, like brand new. He popped in one day out of the blue, said, "Hey, look what I found." I was like, "Oh man, that's nice." He said, "I'm glad you like it," and he handed it to me. Yeah, I need a Ryobi battery right now for my flashlight. My flashlight battery. I had 2 Ryobi batteries. They both went bad. Sunja. I never heard of them. Yeah, my damn Ryobi batteries both died at the same time. I watched this thing online. You ever see that online where they take 2 batteries if you got a bad battery and they jump wires between them and put a little bit of juice in the bad battery and then you can charge it? I tried it and it didn't work. But in the video I watched online it did. Yeah, I watched this guy put the battery on the charger. Bosch, I never had nothing Bosch. I think my first one was a Makita, but it was that little when they had the 6-volt with the real long battery that went up in the handle. And I used that thing for probably 10 years. But all this, like all this rough wood up here, all screwed with that same drill, all these cupboards hung and everything. When I moved here, the ceiling was right there. Right at that. That was the height of the ceiling. The people that owned this, my brother-in-law built this house. My half brother-in-law. And he was real short. Yeah, that's the same with my drill. I was using it today. And I thought, holy hell, I haven't charged that battery in months. And I use it a lot. And my daughter borrowed it and used it. She had it once. But then Ryobis, they both died at the same time. And I see for like $14 you can buy an adapter to use your Milwaukee. They're hit and miss, huh? I can't remember where I got that. I have a Ryobi drill. What are them? 4-inch saws, circular saws. And a Sawzall, flashlight, charger, and 2 batteries all come like in a carry pouch, like a zip-up pouch. Well, you know, when I got that Ryobi set, it could have been 10 years old then, you know. When I worked construction, had the big battery. When I worked construction, you'd be surprised at stuff when you're at somebody's house working and they're like, "Oh, you know, I got this tool. I ain't used it in 20 years. You want it?" I got table saws like that. Sawzalls, drills. I got a trailer out there that's got so many old drills and saws, and back when they were all metal. You know, nobody uses metal stuff no more. I must have 10 metal Sawzalls. Bunch of them old Craftsman metal grinders and circular saws. Nobody uses them because of the shock factor. When I was a kid, me and my 2 sisters, we was looking out the back window. My dad was drilling. He was building a room in the back of the house, a laundry room. We're looking out the window watching him. He's making all these funny faces. And we're all laughing and giggling. We thought he was playing with us. My mom comes in. She's like, "What are you laughing at?" My sister said, "Oh, Dad's out there making faces at us." She looks out the window, takes off running. Here he was getting shot by that drill. We thought he was just playing with us, making faces. She went out and unplugged the drill. He fell over. He was about shocked to death. He's going, I'm looking at you kids, you're all laughing at me. I'm getting shocked. We didn't know it, you know. I must have been 5, 6. He's a hell of a guy. He was 55 when I was born. And him and my mother separated. I was 5. No, I was, what year? 6 years old. You start first grade, right? Well, my mother moved out with my 2 sisters and me. I went back to visit on the weekend. She come pick me up, took me back home. It was like 15 miles away. And we got home and I said I was gonna go ride my bike. And I took off walking. I walked all the way to 15 miles back home. Everybody was out looking for me and everything. When I got home, my dad was coming down the road. He was just going out to look for me. He wouldn't let me go back. God, I can still remember that day like yesterday. Well, I gotta praise my mom too, because she knew. She told me, she said, you're not gonna have that much time with your dad, so I'm not gonna take you. She told me, I love you, but I can't take you. I was so glad she didn't. And how could I leave that place, you know? I had my own ponies, donkey, I had a pony, I had a donkey. I was raising pigs when I was 6, 7 years old, helping with the cows and stuff. She moved to the city. Like my cameras and stuff. She moved to the city. I went from not wearing shoes to being living on the main street of a city town, you know, behind the store, or above and behind the store. I was so glad when she told me I didn't have to go back. And she was living with her boyfriend. And I hated him and he hated me. I pissed on his toothbrush every morning. Every morning I got up to go to school, I'd go and brush my teeth, piss on his toothbrush, and take my toothbrush back in my bedroom with me and hide it. He hated me. Oh man, did that guy hate me. He slapped me around a few times, but I always got him back. One time he was bent over in the steps going down the cellar, and we had just had a big argument about something. And he slapped me right in front of my mother, and she didn't do nothing. So I
Think
took
you
him.
can eat these chocolate wafers?
Okay.
These from
So when he went down the cellar, I pushed there was a flower plant on the wall where you went down the cellar steps, and he was down the bottom of the cellar steps messing with the drain, kind of like bent over. I pushed that big plant over and hit him in the head with it, about killed him. Man, he hated me. The day he died, I was so happy. It's a shame to be happy if somebody's dying, but I was so damn happy because then we moved back down here into my dad's house. I could never figure out. We lived in that little farmhouse. And we used to go to this house right down the road here, about 4 or 5 miles, and visit these people. And here that was my dad's house. And the attic in that house was bigger, had more square foot than our whole farmhouse. And I always thought, like, give me a kiss. I always wondered, like, why was we living out there in that little farmhouse when we owned that great big house? And it was paid for. I don't know how my dad did it. He started working in the mill when he was 13. He was born in 1898. He started working in that mill at 13, worked till he was 66. When he died in 1966, we had a brand new 66 Pontiac Catalina. We had a brand new Chevy, 66 Chevy C10 pickup truck,
short bed step side. We owned the farm here with the 20 acres. We owned that house in Industry. We had just sold a 20-acre farm where he raised his corn and hay and stuff like that. We had just sold it, and back then it was like, I don't know, $4,000 or something. Today, that's the most prime spot in this town. Every time I drive by it, I cry. Guy built a great big beautiful house on it. We had a peach orchard in it. That's how I learned to drive. I used to drive the tractor up and down the row of peach trees. I was about 7 years old. And my dad had all the peaches picked in baskets sitting out along the front of the trees. I'd drive the tractor by and he'd walk and set the peaches up in the back of the trailer. And then we'd go to the farmer's market with them. And we delivered them to people. My dad was a pretty shrewd guy. Even though my mother was gone, he was a good cook. German, cooked German, a lot of German stuff. But like, if we'd kill chickens, he'd kill a couple extra and he'd take them. He had women all over town. We'd go there and he'd give them a couple chickens. Next thing you know, we was invited to dinner, you know. Somebody else, we sold eggs. He would give eggs to these people that needed them. He'd give chickens to people. We'd butcher a cow or a pig. He'd go around and give people meat. We had a regular slaughterhouse right built in the back of our house up there, where people would bring cows and shit, and he would butcher them. But I remember one time he took these chickens to these poor people, and all the kids was playing in the yard, you know. Back then, everybody had 10 kids. And I wouldn't get out of the car. The kids was all scruffy and mean looking. And the mother tried to have me come in for ice cream with her kids, and I didn't want to go. And he didn't say nothing. I didn't go in. He stayed in there and talked to him, made me sit in the car, in a truck. But when we come back out, man, he gave me a... He said, you ain't better than nobody. So don't ever think that. After that, he made me go in everywhere. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about my dad. I'm getting emotional. He passed when I was 11. It was terrible. He knew it. He sent me out to milk the cow. Me and my cousin was out milking the cow. My cousin took the milk out up to the house, come running back down, said my dad was laying on the floor in the kitchen, and he run down to this house that I live in now, where my half-sister lived, to his first wife. He had a first wife. He ran down there to get help. I ran in the house and he was laying on the floor dead. I got scared. I was afraid to go over. I ran out of the house and ran up on the hill. I was scared to death. I was 10 or 11 years old. To this day, I'm ashamed that I did that. I mean, he wasn't alive. But fuck, he was my dad. I should have ran over there and hugged him, you know. And my mother come and got me. I ended up living in the city. My aunts and everything come out, and the ambulance come and took him away, and they found me in the woods and brought me back in the house. All my aunts, I was 10 or 11. I think it was 1966. I was born in 55, so I would have been 11. It was terrible. People come and threw all of our food away. They opened up the refrigerator and threw all of our food out. People was taking stuff. His first family, his first wife, those kids, I had 2 half-sisters and a half-brother, but they were all in their 30s or older. They come, took everything. Took all the chainsaws, took his tractor, the equipment, took all kinds of things. Then they collected an insurance money planned the whole funeral and then stuck my mother for the bill. And they weren't even married no more. So my mother sued him and got the money back. And my guns. He had 3 or 4 guns. I got them back, but they got stolen the first time I went on vacation by my fucking brother-in-law, which I knew it was him. I couldn't prove it for years, but I finally did. But I never got any of my guns back. I've had guns on the stolen list since 1974, and they never turned up. I think that stolen gun list is just a crock. Because how would them guns not have went to a FFL dealer in all them years? There was 3 of my dads and 2 of my stepfathers. When my mother remarried, my stepfather was a nice guy. He shot trap for the Crucible Steel trap league. And he loaded his own shells, and he's the one taught me how to load in that. He's a pretty nice guy. I mean, we didn't pal around like father and son, but he wasn't too bad of a guy. The only thing he did piss me off, when I turned 18, my farm and the house and industry was supposed to be both turned over to my name because my mother was like the guardian of it till I turned 18. When I turned 18 and was going to transfer it into my name, my mother come to me and said, well, we're just going to, Wayne, that was his name, Wayne, she says, Wayne don't want to live in a house that isn't his or put any money into it. So we're going to move and you can just rent this house or whatever you want to do. It's your house. And I just told her, Mom, you took care of it for 8 years. It's yours. So I signed that house over to her and I kept the farm. Later on, she gave it to my sister. She didn't give it to my sister. She traded it to my sister for another house. And my sister sold it. Broke my heart. Beautiful house. I wanted to buy it, but I wasn't working at the time, didn't have enough money. And my wife didn't like the town. But, you know, it's weird you can't keep everything your parents had, even if you try. Like this land. 40-some years I've been mowing these 20 acres of hillsides, risking my life. Now my tractor's broken, I'm too old to do it. I can't find nobody to brush hog it. Can't even find anybody around here to cut your damn grass. When I was a kid, I cut grass. Nobody does that no more. And they want, what, $3 a minute to cut your grass anymore? Hey, I'm rambling on, probably getting boring everybody. Yep, you're getting bored. You're getting bored, Chief. Yeah, I'm rambling. I guess I'll let everybody go and chalk this up as my second live as a success. A lot of nice comments. Nobody hassled me. It is a lot softer generation today, isn't it? I don't think a kid could start a lawnmower. When I worked for the township, we used to get those summer help where they brought the kids in the summer. That's where I worked years ago when I was a kid. I started there. We'd bring them summer kids. I took these summer kids out to work one morning. I let half of them out on one end of a road, and I left the other half out on the other end of the road, and I give them shovels. I said, yins walk up the road, the other ones walk down the road till yins meet in the middle and clean all the ditches. I said, dig 2 foot from each ditch, which I thought they understood I meant clean the ditch 2 foot from the pipe back. I come to pick them up. They dug a 2-foot hole right in front of every one of the pipes. I'm like, what's that? They said, you said dig 2 foot. I said, I didn't mean straight down. I meant back from the pipe. They said, well, you didn't say that. What the hell could you do? Couldn't argue with them. I didn't say that, you know. I said dig 2 foot, they dug 2 foot. I like that view. That's pretty sweet, huh? I don't know how I got this gun habit. I think it was from having my gun stolen, made me have all these guns. That's a pretty wild one. I got a grenade launcher for that. But that's a Swiss or a Mass 56. That's what that is. Mass 56. Swedish Mass. Okay, I'm gonna let all you guys go. I want to appreciate it, everybody that stuck around and listened to me run my mouth for the last 7 minutes. Holy shit. Well, hey, Cheese, J-Dog, if you're still here, and everybody was come in and said hello, I appreciate it. And I'll start preparing better and have some better lives. I enjoyed talking to everybody. Sorry, I did get a little emotional there. I didn't think I was going to, but now when I think of my dad, that happens. I can't forgive myself for not walking over there and hugging him when he was laying on the floor. Why did I run? I don't know, sort of made me feel like I was a chicken or something. I should have ran over there and I don't know. I should have done something other than run out the damn door. Yeah, well, you have things you regret that you can never change. Okay, I'm going to hang it up right there. And like I said, I appreciate everybody's time. I'll definitely do this again and have some better content. I just jumped in here without thinking. Everybody have a good evening. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheese, J-Dog. Who we got there? Ty. Hi, how you doing? I don't know if I ever talked to you before, did I? I was hoping to pick up a few more subscribers, but I don't think I did. I don't know. I got 11 likes. That's pretty good. I don't think I'll ever get to 1,000. It's been almost 2 years. I can't get past 700. Well, I got 717. I'm back down to 715, but I'm like stuck here. How do people get 20, 30,000 followers? I mean, granted, my videos aren't the greatest. But I thought, hey, if I did good, I'd get better camera, I'd get better stuff, I'd do better. But I hate to invest any money if I ain't doing any good. We never look in here. What do we got in here? It's good. I gotta get better light. I got some nice guns in there. I got one of those. Did you ever see that Taurus copy of the Colt Lightning called the Thunderbolt? They're a wild looking thing. All right, well, hey, I'm going to get off here. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with me. Thanks, everybody, for being polite. Made my day seeing nobody with any bad comments or anything. Hey, Grilled Cheese, I appreciate you. You and AJ Hunter and J-Dog and all you regular guys, man, you've always come through for me. Paul, you too. I think I talked to you on my last live, didn't I? I think me and you was talking about my old truck. Was that you? When I did that one in the garage? I think that's when I'm going to do my next one out in the garage. Take a few guns out there or something. Yeah, I thought that was you. I seen you somewhere else on here the other day. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, I know that's a mess, huh? I've been throwing everything in here. Okay, I said it 3 times, but I'm going to go. Thank you, everybody. May I do this again next Sunday? Yeah, that is an awesome truck, huh? I've only had it out once since that truck blew me off the road and about killed me. What was it? Yesterday, I think I had it out for a little bit. Yesterday or the day before. It sat so long the battery was dead. Here the battery's under the seat and under the floor. So I just took my charger to the starter and charged it that and jumped it that way and got it running. Took it for a ride. All right, everybody. I'll catch you all later. You all have a good evening. I appreciate you all sticking around. Thank you all very much. Love you all. Take care of yourself. We'll see you on the next one. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, as I always say. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Are you sure you want to stop stream? No, but I got to. See you guys later.